What's your thoughts on preparation time, Scott? Because starting tonight at 10 o'clock
180.
and playing Fallon first, because she is the person with the biggest target on her back tonight, probably. What do you think about the 3-hour lead-up time that Andy had? Do you think that was a case of saying to the rest of the field, I'm going to get here first because I am going to take this really seriously? Hang on a minute.
114. And you require 167.
Della there, did our Fallon. 138.
I think it's fair to say that Fallon is in pretty good touch.
Fallon, you require 24.
Considering the start she's got. Yeah, she's in pretty good touch, all right. That's a 14-dart start.
Didn't become in dart, but we should have seen it coming because it was in rowing and things like that, and cycling.
2 14s. And that is a lovely collision.
Fallon Sherrock.
Of double 18 bull.
Game shot on the
Jenkins does survive.
Andy Jenkins.
It's a 21 darter, and it is a break of throw.
You require 170.
Sherrock is still using the same darts. Still doing the same stuff. Still doing big things like this.
145.
Tight was that. Although Jenkins breathes a sigh of relief, he shouldn't be, because Sherrock will be coming back for 25.
87.
And her expression has not changed this time.
25.
She has a job to do. Is the job done?
9.
It isn't. Andy did a really good thing with his last dart.
Andy 115.
He was going to the bullseye to try and create a 2-darter. He missed it. Can he snatch victory from the jaws of defeat?
95.
He's that close to getting his first 2 points.
Fallon, you require
I've lost
60.
count of how many darts we've had at double for winning this match.
It was a well-thrown dart, as is that one of Fallon's. She goes left and trying to go over the top of that one.
If we're going to be in for this kind of drama for the rest of the night, we're all going to need to lie down at about 1:30 in the morning. Does Jenkins win? Double 5. There's tension on the stage.
10.
And Fallon can still win it.
Fallon, you require 16.
She was shaking her head before that Andy Jenkins visit, but now she takes the points. It was a bit of a slugfest. And on this occasion, Rocky does not knock out Sherrock. 85.19 the average, 23% on the doubles, but they were much bigger a little bit earlier on. A great first contest here in Group B, and we can't wait for the game that's coming next. Pete Burgoyne up against David Davis. 2 16s for Pete.
Game shot on the third leg.
37% on doubles for the
84.
week. He's 37% in this game.
And let's not forget he can do those averages, because his highest average of the week is 100.2.
Game shots.
And he is a winner by 4 legs to 2. A wonderful checkout, and he's not on 37% anymore. He's on something better than that. And his average, 94.84. I'll tell you what, he's showing a very good level of ability throughout the week. And taking out a ton plus finish with good doubles and a good average, he's going to be hard to stop in this group. And he gets off to the ideal start once again. We've got one more player for you to have their first game. It's Lucas Wenig of Germany. He's up against Fallon Sherrock after the break. Take out this 80. It would be for 2-0, but it would be a break of throw as well. 2 5s to stop Sherrock from getting a look at her favourite double.
Game shot on the second
It's a wonderful hit on double 5 to double his lead.
A very different angle to the other two. I wonder if it slipped out of his hand.
Double top.
Game shot
She's
on the
still
fourth
alive.
leg. Fallon Sherrock.
For Sherrock.
110.
And she's going the southern route. And she can't strike.
50.
Incredibly close on both big trebles.
Lucas, you require 20.
But Wenig has been missing doubles for the match. It's awkward. He's throwing this from the left-hand side of the stage. And it's an amazing dart
and the match,
to win the match.
Lucas Wenig.
I suppose when you think about the pattern of the match, he did deserve to get the amount of chances that he got. But he may not throw a better dart than that all week. He needed to be almost 6 feet left of the hockey to find a match shot that would go in. But ultimately, he does get the slightly bigger average. Lots more shots at double and the win by 4 legs to 3. Or maybe he knew it was short as soon as it left his hand. Is this one? It is not. It's perfect.
Andy Jenkins.
A little bit of fire in the belly there from Andy Jenkins.
Require 40.
In the final round.
Game, shot,
wonderfully done.
And the match, Andy
185
Jenkins.
points in 4 darts to get the job done. That really was a world-class ending to a slugfest of a contest. But look at the doubles from Jenkins. 80%. And considering Burgoyne had the better average and 50% himself, that looks like a better win than it actually felt about 5 minutes ago, potentially. So, we'll take a short break, and when we come back, it will be David Davis up against Lucas Wenig to finish up 50% of our matches tonight. Only just. Would you rather have 175 or would you rather have 164 getting the first look? And I said that just before the 260s were hit.
135.
I'd rather have 175 with 2 treble 20s in the board. Thank you, Nico.
Me too. Make us look silly, David. Make us look silly. We're just really silly because we were wrong. It's 3-2 Davies. What a shot that is. Full respect from everybody. Almost the exact same performance,
40.
but with better doubles.
Game, shot,
there you have it.
And the match,
A superb
David
win
Davis.
for David Davis. That 164 was monstrous, giving him the chance. And I think Lucas Wenig is just congratulating him on what was a superb display. Great consistency tonight. And Davis wins that one by 4 legs to 3, taking us to the halftime break.
Fallon,
it looks more comfortable, more relaxed, more controlled. 3-0. Is all hers. This is all going the way of the Queen of the Palace. This game is only 8 minutes old. And it's over.
Shots and the match.
That's a brilliant display from Fallon Sherrock. It's a big average of just under 97. She's 80% on the doubles as well. And at no point in that game was she ever in trouble. She finds herself on 4 points now with a superior leg difference to that of David Davis. So for now, she's top of the table. We'll take a short break. When we come back, it is Andy Jenkins against said David Davis. Losers. And he still might. And he does lose it. That's a classy finish from Jenkins.
You require 130.
For about 2 3/4 hours or something before we got near each other.
He wouldn't do such a thing, would he?
Superb, and I played him in the semi-final and he absolutely battered me.
Double top.
Game shot on the 4th leg.
And when you consider that Andy has found himself 2 really good finishes to stay in this match, was the favourite coming into this game. But he doesn't win.
And the match.
It's Jenks who wins. Rocky gets the knockout punch this time. And he goes to 4 points alongside David Davis and Fallon Sherrock. We've now got 3 players on 4 points. We've got 1 player on 2 and 1 on 0. But that's a really good display on the doubling from Andy, as you can see, at 80% and a first defeat for David Davis here tonight. When we come back, it will be Pete Burgoyne finishing up his schedule for the night up against Lucas Wenig. He's hoping
Lucas
for
should require
3-1.
117.
Oh, the old 19's first routine. I think Pete's a little bit confused.
Game
He
shot on
shouldn't
the
be,
fourth
because he's
leg.
3-1 down.
Lucas Wenig.
Honestly, there was a little kick there from that previous dart, as if to say it. Come hither. Oh, look. 19's first again. You called it, Scott. And he gets it.
Shots and the match. Lucas
The
Wenig.
guy just knows how to hit 117 checkouts. Doesn't matter which way he does it, but he's got a 4-1 win there. Fiddly 45 and Bull Root.
44.
Another one there. For 2 more.
Game shot on
Wow.
the fifth leg. Fallon Sherrock.
David Davis has just been hitting the ribs with a bat.
88.
Considering how well she's been hitting the doubles tonight.
The word most unusual springs to mind.
Game
What
shot on the
have we
sixth leg.
just seen?
David Davis.
The climax of the game will be in leg 7.
Fallon, you require
Whether she is it
83.
or not, she's an elite talent in my book.
She favours double 18. And that's the
Game,
double that
shots,
gives her the
and
win.
match.
A 12
Fallon
dart
Sherrock.
break of throw in the last leg after missing 9 match darts. Talk about resilience. A brilliant, brilliant last leg. And that 144, do not forget about how much that changed the game at the time. Sherrock finishes on 6 points for the night with a very healthy leg difference as well. With only 1 match remaining, she might be the top of the tree by the end of the night. When we come back, it's the last game between Wenig and Jenkins. At the very worst, he must keep this tight. Bullseye.
Game
Oh,
shot
that's
on
a
the third
beauty.
leg. Andy Jenkins.
There's nothing better in this sport than a bullseye that is landlocked like that. It's nowhere
Fourth
near
leg,
the
it's Andy to
coast.
throw.
And come out on top of 7 of them. Wenig will be hoping and praying for a 180 here.
180. Andy, you require 100.
Scoreboard pressure.
Lucas, you require
I feel
8.
did for Andy Jenkins there. Wenig's doubling has been suspect. It's 3 from 14 at the minute. This is dart number 15.
Game, shots,
But
and the
it's
match.
4
Lucas
from
Wenig.
15. And it's a 4-3 win for Lucas Wenig. He goes level on points at the top of the table with Fallon Sherrock, but she has a better leg difference. 83 and 84 are the averages there between Lucas and Andy. Nothing between them. Let's head up to the balcony. And Abby and Nico.
Well, there was a lot to enjoy about our final encounter of the night. Nothing more so, though, than Jenks's face every time Wenig hit a treble.
Yeah, just a bit. I think sometimes when Andy is really focused on a match, he doesn't tend to look at what's happening, but he can hear what's happening because of what the referee's saying. And the last thing he wanted to hear with that last scoring visit from Lucas was 180. It was a case of, will you just leave me alone? But unfortunately, Lucas just wouldn't leave him alone.
He certainly wouldn't. Let's have a look then. Confirmation of all of our results from this evening's session. It got off underway with a Fallon Sherrock victory, 4-3 over Andy Jenkins. That felt like a particularly big one, didn't it? Especially given how many darts were missed at a double. And then Fallon Sherrock coming through in another decider against David Davis. That, another crucial victory.
Yeah, I mean, you look at some of the results tonight. I mean, Andy will probably think he could have walked away with 8 points. And there are so many different narratives. And I'm already looking forward to doing the Group B action for Friday night because I just think the return fixtures are going to give us even more. I just really have enjoyed tonight. I thought it's been a really good standard, really tight games, and it's given us the tight matches that we didn't have from Group C earlier.
Yeah, it really, really has delivered. Let's have a look then at the table at the halfway stage in Group B, and it's Fallon Sherrock who leads the way thanks to her legs difference over Lucas Wenig, but it is all still to play for. You feel, though, that Burgoyne has probably left himself too much to do going into the second night?
Yeah, maybe. I think he's going to have to hope he can win all 4 games, and then something strange is going to have to happen in this table. With 2 players already on 6, you fancy that Lucas and Fallon are probably going to get 1 win apiece each, if not 2 wins apiece, and then there's a scrap for the 3rd position. It's going to have to be a very unusual situation for Pete to get in from here.
Yeah, absolutely. He should feel quite hard done by, though, because he did put in a number of decent displays. Lucas Wenig, though, with the performance of the night, back-to-back 117 finishes. It really was spectacular, especially given what had come before.
Well, when you consider the fact he's going treble 19 first as well, which is frowned upon by a lot of British-based dart players, they think it's the wrong way to go. And just to put salt in the wound, Pete turns around and he hits another one. He doesn't even have to look at the board to realise that, there you go, we'll find it the double 19 way as well. It's a somewhat showing off way of kind of doing it, but we don't mind that.
Yeah, he was 4 out of 7 as well on the outer ring in that match. Would you say, if you were to be critical of Lucas Wenig, it's the double-in that needs to improve tomorrow?
Maybe a little bit. I think there were times tonight where it looked pretty good, but if you think about some of the battles he was involved in, he was creating opportunities for other people. So just to get it done a bit easier, just tighten up on the outer ring.
And we've seen a number of really crucial big finishes this evening. Davis with the 164, the 113 from Jenkins, but Fallon Sherrock's 144 in her last match. It really was spectacular, wasn't it?
It really was. She loves the 18s. There are certain players out there like Rob Cross who adore this route. We know that Owen Bates did this a couple of weeks ago, and that was a key finish. But that, considering the spot of the game, to give her the 3-2 lead, it proved to be vital because she needed the extra leg eventually just to get over the line.
Yeah, she did follow it up. She got over the line with a 12-dart break of throw. And I think that really shows that she is back to her best, because previously this year, when she has been pushed, when she has been tested and her back has been against the wall, she's not always had the answers. She seems to again now, though. Yeah,
that's true. I think we could be talking about this 24 hours from now, thinking what was the key exchange for Fallon. 9 darts missed at a double to win the match 4-2, and then what does she do in response? That response tells us everything.
And just finally, your 3 players to make it through from Group B.
Sherrock, Wenig, and I think Jenkins is going to do it. I really do think it's going to be a Portsmouth-style Saturday night.
Excellent stuff. Right then, we do, of course, have Group C to complete first. That gets underway from 1 p.m. tomorrow. Make sure you come and join us. It promises to be a cracker.